What's good, everybody? This is EJ,
It's your boy Kenny.
And it's Francis.
and this is the Banter 3FC podcast with three friends that love the game and love talking all things football. Before we get started, want to remind you guys we are on all social media platforms, so you can follow us on everything. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share all of our content. Because as I always say, we are nothing without our loyal fans. Appreciate the love and support. Let's get into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We had to have a small intermission because some of us were traveling the world, going to Ibiza, and others were stuck here in the United States watching everyone have a good time.
It was great.
So we had to take a couple weeks off. You said what?
It was great. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We didn't ask.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Continue.
You saw it.
Yeah, he couldn't wait to tell. He couldn't wait to tell. But yeah, we are back from the small intermission that we had, and we're gonna go through the regular rodeo of what we do. So, for our loyal viewers, you already know the rotation. First off, we're gonna go through the previous match week. Then we're gonna roll into the segment where we discuss what's to come and give a preview of the upcoming match week. And then finally, we'll close it out with our new segment, Did Y'all See? And I'm pretty sure Francis got a little something for us this week, so looking forward to it. So without further ado, let's roll into it. Francis, get us started.
Yes, the Blues head to East London to take on the West Ham Hammers. Game started out kind of shaky. Great shot, great goal, good goal from Paqueta, 1-0. Chelsea wants them to respond. They did just that.
Just a good shot? Just?
A savable shot.
It was a savable shot, in my opinion, and I'm going to stick on this 10 toes down.
It was a worldie. Had no chance.
Some people call it worldie. It's a great shot, but Sanchez could have done better a little bit, but it's fine. Anyway, so yeah, we go down one. Glad I was a little bit, taken aback, but wanted to see how we responded, and we did respond. 3 goals actually in the first half. Responded very well, and the way West Ham's looking now, I was expecting us to get at least 1 or 2 more goals, and we did just that. In fact, it really could have been 6, but we ended up with 5, 3 from corners overall. Job well done. I'm glad we increased our goal differential a little bit. But yeah, overall, we took care of business as expected.
Yeah, took care of a really, really bad West Ham team. I do think they might get relegated the end of this season because they've been teetering around that for the past couple of years. I think this is the year it actually happens. So we will see. But okay, we'll keep things rolling. Kenny, I think Manchester United were up next, right?
Yes, they were, EJ. We took on Fulham at Coventry. This was a game where we started off very well. The ball was moving around the first 15 minutes of the game. Link-up play was very good. Cunha had a couple of chances, even hit the post. We were starting off rocking. Just everyone was hitting on all cylinders. We just couldn't finish. After the first 15 minutes, I don't know what happened. We just kind of got back into the nonsense that we do. Can't defend corners. Fulham got momentum. Instead of us controlling the game, we kind of let up a little bit. Went into the half 0-0, luckily, and then we were able to finally score on a corner, ironically. So, yes, it was an own goal, but hey, the ball in the back of the net. Shortly after, your boy ESR came in, tied up the game, and then ended up finishing 1-1. So it was annoying. It was just because we were controlling the game the first 15 minutes, playing very, very well. And what do I always say? Goals change the game. We just couldn't capitalize. I feel like if we would have scored within those first 15 minutes, we would have had a much easier game where we're controlling the pace of the game and not letting Fulham get back and have that confidence. But yes, We did tie, but that result could not have prepared me for what was to come midweek.
Don't
I
worry.
know.
I think we got to touch on that for real. We got to touch on it.
Yes, it's not the EPL, but that I don't know if you want me to talk about it now or
No,
you want me to talk about it next.
let's.
Right. So the Fulham game, it annoyed me, but I don't think I was prepared for what Wednesday, August 28th was going to do to me. Manchester United were taking on a League Two team, Grimsby Town. A lot of people have been saying that, this is Amarim, he started 5 defenders. I don't care if he started 10 defenders. I don't care if he started our U18. I don't care if he started the academy team. There is no way a Manchester United team should be going to Grimsby Town and playing the way we did, especially in the first half. It was disgraceful. Grimsby Town deserved to go up 2-0. Yes, the second goal they scored was off of a handball, but I don't care. They controlled the game. We didn't win any 50-50 tackles. We looked like we were a team that we looked like we were the League Two team, and they were Manchester United. That's how bad it was in the first half. And so I was disgusted. I remember, I think, we don't know if we spoke at halftime or after the game, but I was disgusted. We ended up losing the game on penalties. And I couldn't say, some games, whatever, it's penalties, it happens. But I couldn't tell you that Grimsby Town didn't deserve it. They controlled that game, and they played hard. And that's why they beat us in the first half. The game was lost in the first half. Yes, we came back, tied it up 2-2 because we brought on Bruno, Buemo, and, the likes of some more talented players. But it was just a matter of us actually playing hard and showing up to the game. And I think you touched on that. We just had to show up. That's all. It wasn't, it's not about who's out there or what formation we're playing. People are talking about that like we're playing Man City. This is Grimsby Town. I don't care if we're playing a 2-5-8. Just go out there and score. It's not that hard. And so, yeah, we lost to a League Two side, and that was one of the lowest. We lost to MK Downs a few years ago, but this one was one of the lowest points as a fan of Manchester United.
Yeah, that was one of the craziest games I've seen in a little while. I was so shocked. But yeah, Grimsby Town 100% deserved that win. They outworked you guys in every area of the field. So crazy the way that it ended, because I thought you guys were going to come back, steal it and all that, but it was only right that Grimsby Town, it was only right. So, but hey, man, it's all good. You got to win this upcoming. Actually, we'll save that. But
yeah, whatever.
we'll keep things rolling. Last on the ticker for match week 2, Arsenal versus Leeds United. Man, this was a great game to watch because my boy Ebericha Eze pulled up, said his hello to his new home, and loved every second.
Oh, work out. Oh man.
But yeah, he showed up. The game was kind of sloppy in the beginning, but I think the thing that kind of opened it up and always helps us, like you said, Kenny, goals change games. Scored off a set piece that kind of opened up the game a bit. Then Saka scored right after that, hit a rocket off of his right foot into the roof of the net. He's starting to get really good at that finish. I've seen him score that goal a good bit over the past couple of years. I tried in FIFA, it never worked, so I don't know how he does it. But was happy to see that he scored. Then Victor Gyökeres got his goal. Vintage Victor Gyökeres goal is great to see. I was just really happy to see him up and running. And it was just a great game to kind of like get the season going after the rough first week we had at Man U. So I was just happy. The two things that I really needed, I just needed to see a good performance with a lot of goals, and I needed Victor Gyökeres to score, and those two things happened. So I was happy with that. I think the only thing that dampened the entire experience was the fact that Saka and Odegaard both ended up getting hurt that game. And, going to Liverpool the next week, that was always going to be a big issue. And I didn't like that. Granted, we have rotation and all that now, but I would love to play Liverpool with our best players and try to like win at Anfield, But it is what it is. We got the 3 points, we got the goals and the clean sheet, so I was happy to see it. And shout out to my boy Max Dowman for making an appearance and getting another penalty. Shout out to that. He's 15 years old, and what he's doing is actually insane. 15 years old when I was 15, bro. I was playing freaking high school soccer at Notre Dame. Shout out to my Green Knights. You know the vibes. But
That is crazy.
it's like he's doing it in the Prem. Like, it's insane. So shout out to him. But great result. So we'll take it. But yeah, we'll keep things rolling. I think we'll just keep that same rotation. So Francis, kick us off for match week 3. Talk to us. What Chelsea got?
Yep. London Derby, West London Derby. Fulham coming to the bridge. Overall, to be fair, Fulham did play pretty well in the first half, and they had a goal disallowed, which I personally do think that it probably should have stood. It's unfortunate for them, but it probably should have stood.
I thought you was going to say.
Hey,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
taking
I
it, though.
was so ready. I was so ready because
Aren't
when
you
we
always?
talked, you said no.
I said it's
'cause when we
unfortunate.
talked, you're like,
Did I
I
say
feel like
it's
your tone was a
unfortunate?
little bit different. You like he did step on his foot. He did.
He did, and it's unfortunate for him. But I mean, hey, I'm gonna take it. I don't care. I'm selfish. That's fine. But yeah, so yeah,
Highway
and to be
robbery.
fair, I believe his name is Josh King. I believe his name is Joshua King.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He had a fantastic game for Fulham. So respect to the young man for sure. Thankfully, Chelsea snapped out of it, scored a goal. João Pedro and the header at the end of the first half went into the halftime with the lead. Then second half, Enzo penalty kick. So 2-0, locked up shop, send it back home. We're good. Take it on.
That was highway robbery.
Yeah, you guys didn't deserve that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Because if Fulham, if that first goal stood, I think you guys probably would have crumbled. But hey,
Those
all
games
you can
happen
do is
sometimes.
take what you're given and
Simple.
get the result. So hey, you did what
Did
you
you
had to
see?
do.
Did
Simple.
you see? They admitted that it was the wrong call.
Well, oh well.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't ever want to hear that because that doesn't do anything.
Correct.
Right.
The very first time that they did that nonsense, you remember when they didn't draw the line when we tied against Brentford at the Emirates a few years back?
Yeah. I remember you complaining.
You literally have one job. You don't have to do anything else. You're not on the field. Just do your job.
Draw the line. Draw the line.
Like, that was actually the most stupid thing I've ever seen. But these, this year, I told you guys, I don't want to talk about the refs this year. So we move. Up next, talk to us, Kenny.
United Burnley, match week 3 at Old Trafford. So after coming off that disgusting loss, we actually needed to win this. This is a must-win in week 3. And we made it as dramatic in the theater of dreams as possible. Another game where we have our chances. Mike, I believe at halftime, it was about 15 shots. And I don't understand some of these chances. I don't understand how we're not putting them in the back of the net. At the end of the game, I believe we got up to about 25 shots. But boy, I'm glad we got the win, but I wasn't happy the way we won because, again, we're letting lower level teams. This is a team that just came from the championship. Come and play. Yeah. Come and play in Old Trafford. That should have been a game where we score, we're up 2-3-0, we lock up shop, and we go home. We let them come back twice, and thankfully, thank you. I believe his name is Anthony from Burnley. Tugged Ahmad's shirt for the penalty, and of course, Bruno made up for his missed penalty against Fulham and took us home. But yeah, yes, I'm glad we got the win, relieve pressure. But to be celebrating like that against Burnley, I don't want to see that. We should be past that by now. So we move and we go against City next after the international break.
Hey man, let me tell you something. I never understand the celebration police and saying all these negative things. It's hard to win in the Prem. Regardless who you play against, no game is guaranteed, nothing is given. So the fact that, I get it, it's a team that just got promoted. I get it, you're at home. I get it, you're the better side, but hey man, if you win like that, I think you deserve to celebrate. But hey,
I'm all for I'm all for celebrating, but I'm more so upset that the reason they're celebrating is because of the nonsense they did midweek. So
no, that's fair.
you put all this pressure on yourself, and then now you want to celebrate because you're beating Burnley because all this unnecessary pressure. That's why I'm upset.
Got you. That's fair.
But yeah, if you win like that, 90th minute penalty, all for it. But it's your fault, players, that you're in this situation.
I do have a question for you though, Kenny, and I know we had talked about this a bit midweek, especially with Fred. Remember that conversation we had with Fred?
Yeah, we got to get him on here. My emotional Man United supporter.
So let me ask you. Fred is hell-bent, and he believes Amarim will not make it to Christmas. What do you think?
I think that would be a magnificent mistake. We have to understand that he came in during a Christmas period, right? Everybody wants to see change. Everybody wants to see something different. We need to give him time to do that. Granted, now he's had what? I don't even count the first transfer window. All we could get was Patrick Dorgu, I believe. So now he's got Buemo, he's got Cunha. We still need some pieces. We just got a goalie. We'll talk on that a different time, but let's give him time to now implement and establish what we want to do. Him leaving before Christmas, what does that do for us? We want a system. We finally got a system. We want the players. We're getting the players. We're getting Premier League proven players, talent. We're getting a goalie. We need a center defensive mid. We need some more just bolsters to our attack. What does it do if he goes before Christmas to reset and do this all over again? What manager? When do we start looking at the players? What manager is out there? Who do we want to bring in?
Hey man,
That's the question I have for these people that say Amarim. Who do you want to bring in that's going to do something different?
No, hey man, I don't think that he should be sacked. I think he deserves time because you guys were in the pits of darkness and it's going to take some time to get out of it. So that's just my take on it. But hey, what do I know? I think he needs more time. But hey, losing to Grimsby Town, that is a sackable offense.
That's not his fault. That's not his
fault. I know
fault.
It's not. I know. Listen, I know it's not his fault, but I'm just saying, like, bruh, if Arsenal went to freaking Wethersfield Town and we lost. Yo, do y'all remember how y'all cooked Arsenal because they lost to Nottingham Forest that was in the championship in the FA Cup and they beat us 1-0. Y'all cooked us.
I remember that.
Just for them to get promoted. Yeah, just for them to get promoted the next season and stay in the Prem ever since. We're talking about Grimsby Town. This is a League 2. Like, this isn't Championship. This isn't Championship 1. This is the bottom. This is the lowest level in FIFA, dog. That's a sackable offense. You know it. That's why you're not saying nothing.
I said it's to me that started the train because that's why so much pressure was on the Burnley game. But
Yeah.
it's not
Hey,
his fault. It's the reason we lost was not a coaching thing. You saw it with your eyes. We just didn't show up.
yeah, no, I get it. But hey, you got the result. He lives to he survives to live another week. So, and shout out to that boy ETH. I just saw he got sacked after match week 2. That boy's collecting checks. He's collecting severance checks. Crazy.
That's ridiculous.
I saw something that said he has almost 20 mil in payments from Man U and Bayer Leverkusen for all of the getting sacked, which is
Payouts.
crazy from the payouts. Yeah, crazy. But yeah, we'll keep things rolling. Like I said, match week number 3, Arsenal versus Liverpool at Anfield, and my Lord have mercy. Going into the game, I wasn't nervous actually. I was very calm. I was annoyed that we didn't have Saka and Odegaard wasn't going to start. But I was calm because I'm like, we have no need to come off the bench, be a starter, can assimilate and do some of what Saka does. Maybe not the same level, but he can do some of it. And then also we have other options. And the thing that I was a bit annoyed with, but I kind of understand it from a certain perspective, was that we didn't start Ethan in that game because Odegaard was hurt. We went with Marino and we were a bit more defensive. And I don't know, going against Liverpool with how they look right now, maybe that wasn't the best idea because they're a bit more open than what they have been in years past, and they could have got at. And I think that that's a game we could have won because when you look at the game from my perspective, it looked like we were in control the first half. Yeah, granted, Liverpool had like some kind of like half chances from some of the mistakes that we made, but I felt like we were in control, and Anfield isn't a place where that's a normal thing to happen. Um, in the second half, it started off pretty decent. I felt Liverpool start to get back into the game a bit more around like the 50th minute, and then from there they kind of like started to come at us a bit, and then I think we made a few subs to change things up as they came on. Odegaard came on and stuff like that. And I think that we looked all right. We just didn't create like a lot of clear cut chances. And I think that's ultimately what led to us losing the game. And it's like, I don't think we deserve to lose. I think more fair, honest result would have been a draw just because it looked like one of those throwback like chess match games in which Pep and Klopp used to have over the past like 10 years that they were going back and forth for the title and stuff like that. So it's like I kind of like the way that the game looked. If it ended in a draw, I'd been like, yeah, I'll take that because that's kind of what it seemed like both teams deserved. But moment of brilliance from Dominic Szoboszlai to score that screamer. That's a worldie right there. And honestly, that's what it was going to take. Don't make that stupid face because Paqueta's goal was better.
A world.
Paqueta's goal was better. Paqueta's goal was better.
Was off the post and in.
I'm not going to argue with you. You don't even know soccer, so I won't argue with you.
You don't know soccer.
No, you show every day on this podcast. You show. You show it every time.
Notre Dame, West Haven, whatever school that is, it's a fraudulent.
How should he have saved it, Francis?
Yeah, Francis, how should he have saved it?
He has an arm or reach. Simple.
Yo, anyways, I'm not even about to get into that. Yeah, again, shout out to Szoboszlai. That was I can't even say anything. That was just a fantastic free kick. And that's what it was going to take. It was either going to be a mistake that led to a goal or a world-class moment. And he ended up taking the latter. And they won the game. So fair play to Liverpool. I think the only thing I walked away from that game with is even more frustration because within the first 5 minutes, Saliba goes down, and it apparently has a sprained ankle, which is annoying. It's like a lot of players are starting to like get hurt again, and it seems to be the track record, and it's frustrating because it's like I looked at our injury list already. Christian Norgard's hurt, Ben White's hurt, Kai Havertz is hurt, Saka's hurt, Odegaard was hurt, but he played, and then now Saliba, already 6 people. It's so frustrating because I thought we were over this injury bug thing, but at least we have the players to plug in because Mosquera, he came in, plugged in, he fit right in. It was as if we didn't miss Saliba, so, you know. But yeah, we lost the game, so it's early in the season. Won't look too deeply into it. We move on to next match week, and hopefully we'll bounce back and make things right. So, anything else from the panel?
Nope.
No, it was a good game. Wish I could have. I wanted to see a little bit more goals. I thought some players could have been a little bit more. For example, Martinelli could have been a little bit more decisive.
Actually, thank you for bringing him up.
Surprised you didn't bring him up. But yeah, and also I was going to ask you this. And I saw in a press conference they asked, kind of why didn't Eze start? I get it. He just got there, but hey, it's not like he hasn't played in a while. He was literally just playing for Crystal Palace. I thought it was a game where he could have possibly started or come in a little bit earlier. Because even when he did come in, that chance he almost scored against Gomez, where he just kind of stumbled and lost his footing.
Yeah.
And then there was one where he was in a corner and took a crazy touch
around Sabazlai, nicked it around.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kenny, for bringing up Martinelli, because Lord have mercy, I have now, I'm done. I'm done now.
Really?
He can no longer be a first 11 player. He has to be okay with coming off of the bench. It's not good enough. I sent you guys the video. That is my issue. That is a prime, perfect example of what my issue with Gabriel Martinelli is. He ran 60 yards, didn't look up one time, and dribbled out of bounds for a goal kick. This is the Prem. This isn't Sunday League, dog. He had Victor Gyökeres running down the left-hand channel, or you could either pass it to him or you could dribble, cut it in and shoot. He does nothing. He has to be an impact sub. He cannot be a starter anymore. I don't want to see him start anymore. I've just reached my capacity. I can't do it. It's not good enough. It's been 3 years now on the bounce. So he better get comfortable next to coach, because once Eze gets up and running, I think it's over for him.
Francis?
I know Francis wants to chime in. Go ahead.
No, I don't. I didn't even get a chance to really sit down and watch that game, so because I was already out. So it is what it is.
You don't need to watch the game. Just watch the clip that I sent you. That's what he did the whole game.
All right.
Yeah, no, that's it.
But anyways, we'll keep things rolling. Next segment of the show. Yeah. We'll keep things rolling, though. Next segment of the show, we are going to give a preview of what's to come after the international break for match week 4. So, up next, I believe, actually, it's Arsenal. We have the first game on Saturday, bright and early, 7:30, against Nottingham Forest at the Emirates. My prediction for this game is we will bounce back, we will come with a vengeance, and we will win the game 3-0. I anticipate Saka coming back. I think that would be, so this is 1 week, 2 week, 3 week. He might come back. We'll see, though. but Odegaard should be back. Everybody else should be there. Yeah, I just want this to be an easy, standard, straightforward win. So
I will go. I think Forest, they just lost 3-0 against West Ham. I think they're
Sure
going to be a
did.
little bit, they'll be pissed and try to make up for that. I'll go with a 2-2 draw.
You all know my scoreline. 7:30 a.m. games. 1-1 draw.
Kenny, I just saw that you kept note of the the tally.
Oh, yeah, it's being tracked.
No. Make sure you're keeping track of this too. Make sure.
Sorry, my memories.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you have amnesia all of a sudden. Yeah.
So much to keep up with. 1-1. So 1-1. All right. So we both got.
So Francis said 1-1. Kenny, you said 2-2.
I said 2-2. And you said 3-0.
I said 3-0. Yep.
All right. Francis, I think you're next.
Yeah.
Playing
Chelsea
at home.
versus Brentford.
They were playing on the road. Playing Brentford on the road. 3 p.m. Saturday. I'm gonna go. I expect us to continue on with our streak. It's gonna be a little close. I'm gonna go 2-1 Chelsea.
Yeah, I think you guys will come up with the win. I think it'll be a good game. I think you guys will pull out late. I'd say 3-1.
Literally stole the words right out of my mouth because I think it's going to be a 2-1 game up until the 80th minute, and then you guys probably score the third. So I'm going 3-1 Chelsea.
Okay.
And then last but not least, the Manchester Derby. Manchester City versus Manchester United at the Etihad. Our Manchester United correspondent, please give us your prediction.
I am actually very, very excited about this game. I think, like we've been saying, we tend to play up to the competition. And we also did beat them the last time we played. Shout out to Ahmad. I am going to go with, let's be bold. I'll go with a 2-1 victory.
Respect.
At the Etihad?
At the Etihad.
They beat them last year. So I respect it.
Okay.
I am going to go with a 2-2 draw. Especially based on how both teams are playing right now. I'm going to go with the 2-2 draw.
Yeah, that's actually, it's like you guys are literally reading my mind. I was going to go with the 2-2 draw as well. City are open. They look way too open. But at the same time, you guys are open as well. So we'll see. I think it'll be a high-scoring game. I think both teams will get a couple goals. Yeah, I think it'll just go. I think it'll just end 2-2. That's what's coming to my head. I don't have like a crazy reason, but I just feel like I see a 2-2 result. And honestly, for me, I think for Man U and where they are in their project and what they have coming up, I think that's a great result. But yeah. Okay. That wraps up the match week predictions for match week 4. Now, let's roll into the last segment of the show. Did y'all see? Francis, talk to the people.
Yo. Did y'all see Man City lose back-to-back matches, especially this past weekend, to Brighton? Brighton with a late goal to win and snap up the victory. Pep Guardiola, Man City, is this the beginning of the end? My question. And I'm not gonna lie, I have one stuck in the tuck in the pocket. You guys are lucky you guys mentioned it, but I have to say this again. Ladies and gentlemen, did y'all see Grimsby Town really do this to Man United? Incredible scenes. Oh, wow. Wow. That's why we love the sport.
Honestly, bro, let me tell you something, man. I had said this when we did our predictions, if you guys remember. I know it's still early. I don't think City are out of it. I think they'll be fine. But remember how I was talking to y'all about how they don't have those winners that they used to have before, like Kyle Walker, Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan, David Silva, those guys. What's his name? Fernando or Fernandinho?
Fernandinho.
Yeah, Fernandinho. That was his name.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, they don't have these players in their squad anymore. So I think it will have an effect on what they ultimately end up doing and how they're able to pick themselves back up from bad results and, not let one week carry and bleed into the next week kind of thing. So only time will tell. I'm not saying that they're over with. Only time will tell. But that was one of the things I was talking about of why I predicted them to not finish in the top two. But we'll see, though. We will definitely see. We will definitely see.
Yeah, I think they'll be straight. They had Sharky's injured, Foden's still injured. I think they're just kind of waiting to have their core players that they still kind of have that winning mentality back in the fold. I think this is Rodri's first game he started and they've lost. So shout out to my Seagulls, by the way. But like you said, there's a crack, but I don't think it's like fully they're done yet. So I still think they'll be straight.
They've bent, but will they break? We will see. But yeah. Anything else from the panel?
Nothing today, man.
Nope. Just enjoy the international break.
Yeah.
Hopefully our Super Eagles don't disappoint us.
Oh, my days.
They always find a way. But yeah. So, I got to see Nigeria and Atlanta next year, bro. I have to. By fire or by force, it has to happen. But yeah. We'll see how things go this international break. But I guess we'll wrap things up. Appreciate you guys tuning in for another week, another episode of the Banter 3FC podcast. As I always say, follow us on all social media platforms. You can find us on everything at Banter 3FC. And we are on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, and what, Francis?
TikTok.
My boy. My boy. Yeah, so find us everywhere. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share all of our content. Give us a follow on everything. Appreciate the love and support, and we will tune in with you guys next week. Y'all be safe.